Well, it looks like somebody's lost their moped here. Do you want a bit of feed? Well, that's the first one of these I've found. Oh, I just spotted that bit. Well, there's a bit on shore for now. Tide's going out, so we're nice and early, or early-ish should I say, but it gets dark very soon and it is a little bit cold and windy, but we can put up with that. Well, a couple of big budgies down there. Got a bit of feed, see if I can feed them. Like I say, there's still not much on shore yet, but it's going out. Let's see what's at the water's edge. Well, I just picked that piece up thinking there'd be nothing on it, but there's a bit on it. Oh, what else we got? Just plain. Oh, I'll get down there. What waves are coming in. That's a nice bit there. Looks like willow, and there's always some willow. If you can hear me over the waves from that boat that just went past. Oh, a bit of pipe stem. That's probably an early-ish bit off one of them church warden pipes. We've been very, very fine. And a bit we just up. Oh, that's tin glazed. I thought it was just ordinary stripy stuff, but that's tin glazed. And I do like my tin glazed stuff. And another bit of pipe. A nice little blue bit there. See a bit of tin glaze there. And it's just a plain piece. Oh, a bit of pipe there, a bit there, and a bit with a heel on there. I don't think there's any markings on that one, but I'll take it just in case. You want a bit of feed? Alright, where they are, there's a bit of blue over there. I'll pick that up in a minute. Oh, and some more there. Do you want some? Yes. There's plenty there for you. Save some for others. Where's them two bits I saw? That's one bit. bit more tin glaze, I think. That might even be tin as well. Oh, we're getting the little bits and pieces. And I fed them too. I know I'm picking little bits of tin glaze up today, but I do like it. Well, last time we were down here there was that couple of rows of black streaks which turned out to be like sea coal. There looks to be a bit of blue with something on there. That's probably a bit of willow. Oh, even on to the other side as well. And there's always some willow. And there's another blue bit. Still finding the tiny little bits. And another tiny little bit. See if I can pick it up. And note on that. I know I can't do much with little pieces like I can do back home. And a bit of floor blue. Yeah, that's a nice piece. Yep, a bit of a pipe there. Nothing on the heel, but look to it. A bit that I thought was a pipe, but that's a bit of flint. When it was just there I thought, oh that's a pipe, but a bit flint. Well, a bit of a shoe there, but that's a modern one, plastic. Lots of little bits of metal here, bolts and other chunks of iron, rivet heads. Big conglomerates of them. Another big metal patch here. A lot of chain. Like I say, up rivet heads there, bolt heads. And that's that big steel houser that we spotted last time we were down here. Well, that's the first one of these I've found. An offering. I know some people don't like taking these, but I'm led to believe once they've been offered and covered over, it's okay. They've been offered to the river gods, and we get a bit of plastic out of the river as well. Tiny little bit there, but just rescued from the edge. But I think that can go back. Look away if you don't like them. A big rib bone. And still keep looking away. A set of somebody's gnashers, or something's gnashers. And a bone. Sheep. Or something like that. Quickly rescue that. What cowrie shell? Well, I was just walking down to shoreline, a bit of plastic, but I spotted that. I thought, oh, plastic flintlock hammer. Oh well, we'll get that plastic out at river. Well, there's a line of red roof tiles and such like. There's one here with a hole, or is it just a Doesn't go all the way through. Thought it did. Well, a few of the bits I found, a little bit tingly, there's only a tiny bit on that, so I'm going to leave that bit. A bit of blue white pipe, probably willow, flint hagstone, a bit of brown, some more tinglays, transfer, and since it's coming up for Christmas, a bit of holly. Well, it's a leaf, but it looks like holly. There's something there we're writing on. It's either ginger beer or going off the wishy-washy glaze on it. I think it's one of them German mineral water bottles. Yeah. You only got wet feet then. I think that's Sunderland mottled slit glaze, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it looks like somebody's lost their moped here. Even engines in it. Right next to it. I don't know whether that's tinglays or not. That's in better days. Another big patch of nails. Not see any copper ones. Well, that's one big chunk of bone. And a big chunk of steel plate off some boat or other that's been broken up here. I wonder if that big bit of metal there was the rudder off a barge. Just going off the threaded bit at the top and the square end where you could have put the tiller on, or something that jointed tiller. We'll never know. Right by that rudder bit there's a load more rivet heads. There's a bit there and I thought it was going to be plain, but I think that's the base of Westerwald pot. Just going off that blue there and that creamy grey. Pity there's not more of it, but it'll be bashed about on all these rocks here. Well, an old bucket handle there, but I'll leave that to rust away in peace. There's plenty of stems and I've had a few heels, but no balls. So, what do you want? Nice with blue on. Oh. I don't know, that's transfer on tin lace. I don't think it's hand painted. Not the staining coming out of it. And a bit of floor blue or something. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's tin. Nice little piece. Well, making my way, Mary's just sat up there. Well, there's that steel houser that I showed before, and as you can see, it's gone down a lot more now. What is that bit? That's definitely unpainted. Definitely. That's a nice piece. That is a nice piece. What other noise did you get for Christmas? Yeah, a bit of pearl with feather edge, whatever, but I'm leaving that. Going, I don't know whether that's top of a very early bottle. It looks it because that's like a wound on lip. I'm looking at it now. Oh, probably top of a maybe onion bottle or something like that. I don't know. Matlock bottle, matelock or whatever they call them. Yeah. Oh, definitely take that piece. Well, looks like we have a float away from a pub. And a bit of a jungle gym there. Well, tide's going out a little bit more. But we've come for a warm refresher at the Mayflower now. Quiet on the Thames now. Rush hour will be starting shortly. Well, where we were before was just over there, and it's a bit dark now. But we went to Mayflower over there, have a starter. I know this might be turning into Stephen and Mary's pub crawl, but we're over at the Prospect of Whitby now for the main course, I think. And for Steve 1, there's still nobody hanging about up there. It looks to be getting a bit chopped away there. It's not going to last much longer, is that one? Hopefully you can just make it out that little light patch, that's a swamp. But it's just a bit too dark here, and last time I were here this were all pebbly, it's all sand now. Literally all sand. And one of the boats going past making the waves. But we'll be over here in a few days, or next week I think. Well, there's still nobody hanging about there. And all the skyline here. And we were just over there before.
Hotel. There's somebody there.
Nice cheap place, just down the road from the Prospect of Whitby. It's only £6 a month. That's more than half of my pension. the finds from the first of 3 little trips down the Thames over the Christmas period, and I'll get rid of some of the rubbish first. Yeah, felt pen. I think it still works, but, and when I spotted that I thought, oh, it won't be plastic, but it was plastic. The flint hammer part of a flintlock gun, kid's toy. So it's a bit of plastic out of the river. And this top of a bottle, it's not quite as old as what I thought. I think, looking what people have told me, mid 1800s to maybe early 1900s. You can see where it's been like a strip of glass wound on for the lip instead of the normal, like a solid ring for an applied lip. But yeah, still old wine bottle. And this, probably part of a German mineral water bottle. They tend to be this orangey reddy colour with like an embossed seal on the bottle. And I normally don't collect the pipe stems down there, but I just thought I'd pick a few up this time. Picked that up just hoping that there was markings on it, but there isn't. And probably base of a plate or a wide bowl, and that's probably a bit of willow, and like we always know, there's always some willow. Bit of transfer print. It's a nice little piece. Bit it's got the staining up there, but you might be able to use that bit. But we've been a Thames find. I can't crap with them as such yet. And a bit of floor blue. So, where the ink of the transfer print tends to run. And a little cowrie shell. That's either coming from ballast or it's a native British one that's been washed in from somewhere. And a couple of bits of blue. That's got a bit on the inside. A cup more than likely. I think you can just see the top of the glaze just there, so yeah. And a bit of a little dish. Oh, that's like a plant pot there. Top of a pot or something, or even a jug. And this bit, going up that blue there, I think it's the base of a, might even be a Westerwald tankard, or a vase or a bowl, but the shape of it now, I would say it might even be a tankard. Oh well, it's a pity there's not more of it with that blue on. And one bit I picked up, you can see the quackers through there. Just a bit of flint nodule with a hole through it. Still classes it as a hagstone though. And I think it's it's Sunderland mottled slipware. And just the edge of the top there, Might be a wide bore, or it might just be a bit of a plate. But yeah. And a few bits of transfer wear. That's got a little bit up to the side, that might even be part of maker's mark. And yeah, just various bits. A bit more like floor blue on that again. And a bit of willow. And we know there's always some willow. Yeah, that's willow. And because it was nearly Christmas down there when I were doing this, it could class as a bit of holly. And lots of this stuff, big and little pieces. Tin glazed, most of it I should think. Hand painted. Balls again, or a plate. That's probably a bit of a plate. A little bit more decoration on there than just the stripes. Tiny little bit there. I think that might have been part of a thicker tile. But yeah, I do like finding this stuff, but I like to get it with more of a pattern on. And again, more. That's got some nice design on. Same again there. And that one, but because of all the metal patches that were down there, there's a lot of staining gone into that one. Fortunately, it's not come through here too much, but I don't know whether that's a transfer print or even hand painted, but it's too fine to be able to tell, because it's normally like this. And you can tell that that's hand painted on, brush painted on, but you can never tell with that. It could even be a tile, because it's flat enough. And this from all the blue makes a change. Don't know whether that's a figure or a building or just a design of it. Don't know which way around it goes. Only fired on one side, glazed on one side. But it's an unusual colour. More usually just like the blues. So, yeah. And finally, these two bits. Offerings to River. And like I said, people say, well, you should leave them, but other people have said that once they've been covered, it's alright to take them, and it gets that out, stops birds getting tangled up in it, and especially with the little plastic glass beads on there, don't want them eating that. But it's a first for us to find some of the offerings. I found some other bits that were probably offerings in a later video, but yeah, different. So what bits are going to end up in the frame of frame? You'll have to keep watching. And I have a few of these. I'm just going to, I'll make them into key rings, but I'll keep these in my bag. So if any of you see me out on any mudlarks, I should hopefully have some of these in. Just come and see us and have a talk with us. And if I've got some of these on me, you can have one or two. Well, it's goodbye from both of us down the Thames today. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you on another one.